గారు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పారు. తను ఇంకొక 15 ఏళ్ళు బతుకుంది, అంతవరకు ఆయన నడుపుతాను. మీ గ్రామానికి ఒక విషయం చెప్పగలను, 15 ఏళ్ళు కనుక ఈ సంస్థ ఇట్లాగే నడుస్తే, ఆనాడు ఢిల్లీలో ఎక్కడైతే విద్య ద్వారా తాత్వికత ద్వారా ఈ దేశాన్ని మార్చిన గ్రామం ఉన్నదని వెతికి అంబేద్కర్ అవార్డు ఇస్తే మీ ఊరికే మొదటి అవార్డు వస్తుంది. ఆ పని 15 ఏళ్ళు కనుక జరిగితే ఈ వ్యవస్థ చేయగలదు. సో మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా దీంట్లో అన్ని రకాల సహకరించండి. కుల మత స్త్రీ పురుష విభేదం లేకుండా కొల్లూరు కుటుంబంతో భుజం భుజం కలిపి పోరాడండి, ఉండండి. Friends, for the last 1 year, several of you were trained here. And I can see the faces whom I met either in the beginning or at the end of the program. You know, when Satya told me that I want to use my life for spending resource and the family energy for a social change cause, and in Corona time they did something. They gave people food on Buba Bandi. Buba in Telugu is food. And they trained orphan children. But the police said that in Corona time you can't keep orphan children here, because if they die with Corona you will be responsible. So they were sent back to their parents. Then he came to me, he said, I can't live without serving people in some form. What do we do? Please, can you advise us? I then said, can you think of starting an education society? And then either start a school or a college for the poorest of the poor for a long time. Then we began thinking about imagine an illiterate labor man starts an education society. His wife's name is the first name, Amruta. It was Pule who began that culture. Everywhere Savitri Bai was the first. Satya is next. So that society we started. Then I said, let us think about an unthinkable thing in Indian situation. Satya is a Mondi fellow. And I am double Mondi. And I asked him, how much can you spend for a year? Even it is a struggle for food, for stay, for 40-50 people, and for training, I will mobilize minimum 25 lakhs to do something that you suggest. 25 lakhs is a huge money. For a professor like me, every month salary, by the end of the month that salary is gone, no money in the bank, 25 lakhs is a big money, right? Yes. So I thought, okay, something remarkable. Then okay, we said, let us start Pule Ambedkar philosophical and English training business. It is not a business to make money like Ambani or Adani. It is a conspiracy to change the country. According to Saujanya, who is studying law now, it is a criminal conspiracy. So we initiated this. And then I thought, who should run this? There are two young, more Mondier fellows. Mondier than Mondier. Mondier than Mondier. One is Sudarshan, who struggled all his life, from radical movement to intercaste marriage to no job to PhD. And then more Mondi, Manikan. So I talked to them, I brought them here, they looked at it. So under the trees, English philosophical training. Imagine in India. You know, when I became a lecturer in Osmania University, one Reddy professor asked me, what do you do in Osmania having become a lecturer? You are a Golla fellow with Ilaiah name, most useless face. So what do you do? I said, what is the problem? Can you teach in English? I told him, Professor, when I could teach English to my sheep, I can easily teach to your children. So Sudarshan came and saw, he's a very critical man. He doesn't respect anybody because he's a professor or somebody is a minister. He is a very. So I said, sir, does it run a philosophy English training like this? Then I told him a simple idea. Always shepherds, shoemakers, pot makers, tillers go by simple but experimental ideas. I said, Sudarshan, let us throw an air to the mountain and pull the mountain with the air. If the mountain comes, it's a great achievement. At the best, what happens? The air gets cut and goes. Only entika bodhi. నువ్వు ఎంటిక గుట్టకేసి లాగుతున్నావు, వస్తే గుట్టే వస్తుంది, పోతే ఎంటిక పోద్ది, ఏమైంది? But then I said, every time we'll have to keep on putting our air to the mountain and pulling it. And imagine within 1 year, few mountains have come here. Entikal degale, the air are not cut, they are still strong. Actually, వీళ్ళిద్దరికి మణికంఠకు సుదర్శన్కి, we bring both Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, and Amit Shah, who don't know English, they can teach them English within 1 month. That will be the biggest mountain for the country and the world. Once they learn English, they will behave differently. Friends, the Constitution worked for 73 years. And I have grown through the Constitution. I am now 71, running. There is a change, as Geeta was saying. So we need to experiment with unexpectable ideas. Experimentation is science. There is a conflict between science and faith in India. What is a science? Science is that, in my own life, I have thrown all my hairs I have thrown. Now I am a bald fellow, right? I have thrown all my hairs and pulled many mountains. What is that mountain? When I was not getting married, till I was 19, I was doing my PUC, 12th grade at that time. My father used to die, my mother already died. My father used to cry and say, you have to get married. I said, no, I have to study. No, if you don't get married, I'll die, because this is too late in age. For a Golla fellow, for a shepherd boy, this is too late. So Then I finally, with a great struggle after 3-4 months, I said, he was pestering me. Either you get married, I die, or I will die. This is two alternatives. So then I thought, if I get married in a village and with some kind of an environment studying elsewhere, because I can't deceive my wife, illiterate or whatever, so I'll have to kill my education. Otherwise, my father will die. I have to choose. This is an experiment. I told one day with a great crying in my life, even if you die, I don't marry. And imagine after 1 year he died. And I never married. Perhaps my father must be very happy from there, that this fellow kept his promise. So then a lot of people ask me now, the moment I am there in the village, a lot of people ask me, oh, you are professor, sometimes we saw you on TV, this and that, you wear a coat and all that, shepherd communities are very happy. And they'll ask me, how many children you have? I said 10. You are no family planning. I said, for this we don't need family planning. So then I said, my first child, why I am not a Hindu, English. Post-Hindu India, Buffalo nationalism, and all mad children's names. So now I have 10 books, but no, children produced biologically from my physical body, but there is a child from my mental body. And this is the greatest fear of me is, whom? Mohan Bhagavat is afraid of my children more than anybody in the country. He is not afraid of anybody's children. He is not afraid of Praveen Kumar's 2 children or even his party. But he is afraid of my children because they have seen Ambedkar's books and the threat that they came to this land. The Constitution. And these children are English children, not Telugu, Sanskrit, Tamil, Malayalam. And that's what Ambedkar did. So this institution will create a new philosophy, just not philosophy. Pule Ambedkar gave some philosophy. Philosophy is not constant. I'll tell you one example and stop it, because there is mutton curry, not birakaya bendakaya pappu. Because birakaya bendakaya pappu dinte brain panjeyadi, it doesn't work. You have to eat full solid and then face the mountains and pull with the indication unjalda mountain. Birakaya bendakaya unste unnadu, idi tegadadi, adi raadu. So, and you have to eat. Just 3 days back. How many of you know Outlook magazine? Outlook magazine? You don't know? No, I know. Raise hands. Outlook magazine. Otherwise, see on your mobile. It is one of the largest circulated magazine along with India Today. The editor called me and asked me to write an article on cow. Because they are bringing a special issue on cow. I said, cow? Yeah, we are bringing a special issue and we want you to write an article on cow. I said, no, I will write an article on buffalo. But he said, this is a special issue on cow. How can you write on buffalo? I said, why do you want to bring one more special issue on cow? Cow was written about in Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Ramayana, Mahabharata. Nothing is written about buffalo. if you take an article on buffalo, I'll write. Then he said, please write and send me. And I said, no, unless you promise me, I won't write. Because my labor is not ordinary labor. Then he said, okay, sir, please send us. Then I wrote an article on buffalo and cow comparison. Which is the most prominently available animal in the villages today?
Buffalo.
Which is the animal giving highest amount of milk in India? And why buffalo is not written about? Why only cow is written about? Volumes and volumes. Cow, Gomata, Kamadhenu, and everything. I said they never wrote about buffalo because it is a black animal. And I love black color, therefore I am writing about buffalo. So I have written 1500 words article. It went to the editor. They were pareshan. This is according to RSS Mohan Bhagwat, this is a cow nation. I proved in the article, buffalo is the only Indian animal. It is not there in America or Saudi Arabia or England or China or Japan. Then if there is a national animal, only buffalo deserves to be national animal. Then I said, why cow is sacred? Because cow according to them is anti-Muslim, therefore sacred. You know, Muslims were hit with cow. Many people were also killed on that. I said, cow is anti-Muslim animal? Then I said, you go to Quran. Cow is a loved animal by Allah in Quran. Am I right or wrong? If there is any Muslim. So, cow is there in Quran. Cow is a lovably eatable animal in Muslim world. Buffalo is not there. Buffalo is never mentioned in Quran. Then if you want an animal that to be against Muslims, then it should be buffalo, not cow. That means your brains are not working. Then I said one thing in the article, you go and read tomorrow, day after tomorrow also it will come out. If black is bad, in the mind of all the writers that they write about white cow, why you want black hair on your head? Why, even if your head becomes white, why do you paint it black? So black is sacred and beautiful worship from now onwards. Therefore worship buffalo, not cow. So Satya garu, next time manam ikkada oka buffalo techi dani pooja chedam. అంటే బఫెలో తెల్లపాలిస్తేనేమో తాగుతావు, అది నల్లగుంటే పూజ చేయవా? మేము తెల్లపాలు తాగుతాం, నల్లపాలు తాగుతాం, పూజ చేస్తాం. సో we change philosophically the foundations of India. This is a buffalo country. I wrote in that article, if you keep on calling North India buffalo belt, a day will come South India, if you keep on calling North India cow belt, a day will come, South will become buffalo belt. Then you see the battle. అది చదివిన తర్వాత ఆర్ఎస్ఎస్ ఇంకొకసారి కౌ బెల్ట్ గురించి మాట్లాడారు. ఏదో ప్రమాదం ఉన్నది. ఈ కంచా ఇలయ్య అనే గొల్లోడు ఎట్లా ఇంగ్లీష్ చదువుకున్నాడో అంబేద్కర్ తర్వాత చంపుతున్నాడు మనల్ని. But they have not understood. From here, many Ambedkars and many Kancha Ilayas are going to come. I have already seen that. That is the idea. We want to create philosophers. from earth, from cowboys, from tillers, from shepherds, from carpenters, from ironsmiths, from goldsmiths. Teachers and PhDs were never philosophers. Ordinary experimentation, youth are always philosophers. And do you know all of you young people, all of you are philosophers in your own right. Is it right or wrong? You have your own philosophy, right? How many of you read my autobiography? How many of you read my autobiography? Last time it was distributed by... Now, if you read that, every human being is a philosopher in her own right. And you have to change this country towards that end. Everybody is equal. And in the conclusion of that article, I said, these people don't believe human equality or animal equality. I believe God created all animals equal, all colors equal, all humans equal, man and woman equal. That is the philosophy that Ambedkar, Phule, Savitribai Phule wanted. And this center, Satyagara, if it works for 15 years, I'll tell you, India will teach science, technology, philosophy, engineering to America, Europe, China, and entire Muslim world. We will be on the top. Not with their philosophy, but with our philosophy. This is a philosophy of production. This is a philosophy of dignity of labor. This is a philosophy of man-woman equality. And this is a philosophy of every boy and girl must sweep the house, cook food, and share food equally and share property equally everywhere. This is the philosophy that this center is going to promote. And we keep on throwing our aid to the mountains, and many mountains will come here. So thank you all for patiently listening. Thank you.